Whoa, greetings. Oh, oh, wonder who that is. My feline friend is here. Oh, greetings, Exino. Zoe's here. He's see if I can grab him. Oh, look, everybody. Oh yeah, he's purring. That's a good sign. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully it won't start showing herself off. Cleaning herself in strange places in front of everybody. I haven't do that before, so. Yep. So okay. Yeah, with these Zoom, I can't. It doesn't let me schedule videos, so not to say I would have scheduled it. I would have scheduled it a couple minutes before I went live anyway. So I'm here for about 30 minutes. It's been kind of a long night. We'll see what we can do. He's right here. He's not. He's not. He's shy. So tonight, going to a little bit about angels on the other side. And a couple of other things, of course. I've been feeling a lot of elephant energies. It might come through tomorrow's webinar. Elephants are kind of like, if you can imagine like Conan the Barbarian, but as an elephant humanoid, it gives you kind of idea of what I've been seeing recently. I've been seeing elephants on a throne. Yeah, they can be kind of, I mean, they know our world. They know how we are. I believe they've been a lot worse, at least in their third density environments. So I'll probably connect with them also. I didn't put in the title because, people connect with that. It's like, oh, some people aren't into those type of things. So it's the way it goes. So it's unfortunate, but if I talk about he's just got a little bit of him in there. There he is. There's part of him. He's got his claws out. So, all right, well, that's part of him. So, also, I believe some people have mentioned this here and there about sports just a little bit. If you visualize cats and reptilians and football, American football, not soccer. Soccer, more than American football, you might get a different perspective. It's you can say it's kind of letting out of aggression. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. Bring out just open the door, whatever to come through. It's letting out aggression. It has a lot of some of those. I'm like way off topic, aren't I? Some of those that are celebrities, they're trying to prove something to themselves. They've had lifetimes where you're just like, am I doing anything with my life? I kind of wasted it. So they come into this lifetime after wasting like a lot of lifetimes. Some of this also has to do with death. Has a lot to do with dying early and just not be able to accomplish anything. I was supposed to make that picture on crooked. So anyway, that's why I brought him up here because they don't visit me anymore. Usually it's crying through the whole thing. It's kind of late right now. So you're getting all the attention. Yeah, look at those claws. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was another thing. I'm glad I brought him up here. I forgot about this. As I was going through my third eye, always connecting more was around, and that reminds me of something else. I was connecting to this guy. He's had lifetimes as a negative reptilian, and obviously is here to clear a lot of it out. Notice how some souls are very kind, and some souls are kind of aggressive. It does seem like a lot of them are just created that way, or you just got to get that aggression out. You know, the other side, they're kind of aggressive. So you just get it out of their system. And this is another way of healing a lot of that aggressiveness. Because like if you pet this guy, he will lash right through your finger if you're not. Sometimes it'd be okay, but other times it'd just be. So it has a lot to do with. There's a lot of things there. Anyway, he's unconventional, but anyway, and now he's out of it as a picture. So anyway, he might show up again. So that kind of reminded me of that. Some souls are very gentle and quiet. Some souls are not. So, and to go on the other side was, let's see, before we start, let's see. I always feel reptilians around me. They're seeing how this is going to go. They're also seeing how people respond to it. Um, this they're going to bring others to be known to this. That are kind of in a spiritual, like a spiritual canoe. I mean, they're seeing it one way, but there's, of course, there's other ways. Kind of like, oh, I have all the answers. Da 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 da. They come over here. It's like, the hell is all this? So, because I know, like, I've been in psychic circles, and some mediums that are still learning how to be mediums. Like, oh, you have to be real kind to the people on the other side and be real gentle with them. Say shit. I mean, a lot of them are just, laughing about their own farts, and it's not all serious over there, and people here take it way too seriously. But we're learning, so, and this is all learning. So, the idea is to go into more of the other side. Give it. I've actually gotten downloads of angels, a different perspective of them. It came through a channeling when I was at Disney about the angel worlds. And I got a little bit more perspective of that over time. Of course, the channeling on the angel world wasn't very in depth. It was like, okay, they're angel worlds, okay, but it wasn't. I don't remember else what was involved with. It wasn't much, I don't think. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I have a Disney upload I'm gonna do after this. It takes like forever to upload, so I figured I'd do this first. It'll be uploading after this. It'll take a couple hours for it to process and everything. It's pretty big. And there's the end of the Disney channeling. And it goes into a bunch of nonsense after that, just to put the warning out there. So if you stop at the end, if it has the end video, okay, this is the end, but it's not the end, you can cut that out. You'll see when you get to it. Where else we're gonna go with this? I know we had some surprises come to the whole sports thing came out of nowhere. I was thinking it was an earlier channeling, but I guess somebody wanted to get it out a little bit more. So basically, how this works, it just opens up to the spirit world, healing world, and see what comes through. I'm not sure if I have enough time to do the elephant connections, but I might go into more detail. I kind of gave you a good amount of it already, actually. I imagine you can go with your own intuition, go further into that. So I believe they're going to come through tomorrow. I do feel that. They're just awesome. Just awesome. So, all right, for those that are new to all this, where I go to through a little walkthrough of who I am and how you can find me, things like that. Oh, whoops, not ready yet. And there's another thing before I go into that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna update this system. I don't have any time, so probably during the weekend. So I might be able to do the live streams without having the Zoom logo in the corner. So right now this is working out pretty good for this machine. So when I upgrade to the other one, it might be able to handle this. We'll see how it goes. I have a new monitor with it also. And I'll give you a little inside baseball. When I started channeling, I did everything on a $50 computer. I got on eBay. I put Linux on it. If you know anything about technology, I put Linux on it. It ran great for. I have one right here. It's for my backup. I got on eBay for $50. It's like it worked just fine. You can't put Windows on it because it's too. I kept it open also so I could put the fan on it. So this is the old webinar. Maybe I would keep it, put it in a museum or something or whatever. But yeah, I kept it open and there's a fan over there because sometimes it get pretty hot here. So So I did up most of my channeling, all of them practically on that one. I have another backup. I never used it. It's $50. So I don't think it was as good as that one though. So to give you an idea on that. So that worked out pretty good. And this computer I have here is just the office, something you find in an office environment. So it's running good for about a year, but I've been kind of pushing it to its limits right now. So let's see here. Okay, we're going to. Oh yeah, that's right. One more thing. Yeah, I don't know if any of those have been watching. If you watch these, you see like I had a little pain right here. What happened is when I moved that, I dropped my air conditioner out the window. I injured my rib because I tried to grab it, and I injured my rib, and that wasn't fun. I couldn't lay down. It hurt when I laid down. Take some magnesium. I was okay. Actually, I was okay for a couple of days. Monday, after I did the video and everything, I felt just not good. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't do anything. I was wide awake too. So I took some magnesium. That seemed to help. Asking help from the angels. Metatron came through to help. But also, they told me just to get some ibuprofen. I tried to heal it, and I believe it worked to a certain extent. But they also, when you're doing healings, is like, just get some, because I feel like going to the emergency room. It felt that bad, but either way, I had to take the ibuprofen. I was fine. I have to take a couple others to. It helps with my circulation too, because I do have bad circulation in certain areas, especially in my feet. So that helped. So I feel a lot better, man. After I took that, I was like, "Whoa, I'm a new person." So at least I put that out there. I've never injured myself like that before. So anyway, I know it's like if I do what is it? Refrigerator replace. I'll probably drop the refrigerator on myself or something. Anyway, so oops. Okay, just for those that aren't aware of who I am. Oops. This is IvanTeller.com. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I have an announcement also. It's been kind of a busy day. Forgot all about this. Well, just go into quick detail before we go into that. We have private sessions, visit shop, private sessions. You can schedule. Reminds me of something else I got to do. Hopefully, I don't forget. You can schedule. You can go to the calendar and schedule a session. We also have gift cards, which I don't really promote that much because I forget about it. Also, there's other ways of purchasing a private session. We also have gift cards. I think it takes you to another shop. And usually just these have been working out pretty good. I'm going to have another system for gift cards, but I'm not ready for it yet. It's one thing after the other. But that's definitely good for gifts for any time around. Basically, I just need the name of the person, basically, who you're giving it to. That does help so I can match the names. But if not, whoever purchased it also, you can give me that person's name. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, I do have a couple of announcements actually about this. Also, just to let you know, when you purchase a session, you have Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and the phone. The phone, I'm going to get a Skype number, and so I can just call. I'm going to post my phone number here too. So when I call you from wherever I end up buying the phone number from, I'm probably going to buy it from California. You can buy it from anywhere. So I'm probably going to buy a California one. It doesn't really matter. That way I can use that way people can hear me instead of talking in the phone. My phone doesn't exactly have the best speaker. And so I can hear you through the computer. So I think that will work a lot better. So that's what's coming up for the phone. I do phone sessions. I don't know, about every couple of weeks. It's not many, but I believe this will help. So that's what's coming up. Also, what is going on is actually quite a big announcement. Actually, once we get there, hopefully it's all set up right. When you go join the webinar, You will notice I have a new system set up. It's a new webinar system. So the old one is still here. It's called the classic login. The new one, anybody can register, but you can't access anything. Far as I know, you can't access anything. And there's different ways of purchasing. You purchase for a month, but you can also do reoccurring. This is for new members, or you want to cancel your old setup. The alternative, the old one is right here. I'm going to add extra links here also. But so if you want to schedule if you want to go to the webinar just for a month, you just go to shop and just do your purchase there. It'll take you to the webinar system. It'll also, I believe, create an account, but you can always, however you want to do it. They'll bring you to an account to set up an account basically, so you can get to the protected page. For you can post chat. So the new one, the one I have now, the old one, I've had nothing but issues with, and I even emailed the guy to help me. Like some people would create an account and can't get in, and I'm still waiting on my email back from him. So either way, so if you do a 1 month membership, after that 1 month expires, you can always and then do the reoccurring. And when you get into the protected page, it has down at the bottom, it has a cancellation notice. I was going to show that here, but I'm out of time. I don't want to go through all this. And also, we have Spirit Social. You can submit a question. There's healing. There's channeling consulting. This is all my services. And 5-minute healings, past life regression, and message from Yeshua. These are all pretty well priced. Also, you have spiritual connections, question from a day, chakra healing from a day, and soul painting, which is not from a day. So, healing ways. Also, yeah, here's the TV. Here's the shirt. So hopefully, I have it all set up right. These are actually a lot cheaper than that's on the Spreadshirt. So. I think I'm going to all this a little bit further than I need to. Okay, anyway, we're going to move on. There's also, here's the social network. You can always post if you wanted a subject for the videos. Just go into create an account. Some people are having trouble creating an account. Well, Ning is on it, maybe. And you can just post anything here in the feed or message me. And this is probably the best place to get a hold of me if you want to get a subject out. You can always do it anonymously by just messaging me. I would message me through here, but that's up to you. Or just message me through my site, but I haven't really been answering a whole lot of stuff from there recently. So, and also we have web apps, one on iTunes for iPhone and Android. I'll be updating these eventually. And yes, if you want to support all of this that's going on that I'm doing, there's always a donate button here. Right now it's just through PayPal, but eventually it'll go through other means. But right now this is all I have available. And also this login is for the new membership site. So, and there's a about page and things of that sort. Okay. That's enough about me. Okay. Thank you. Processing, and there's another thing here. Oh, any questions? Let's check in the. Okay, let's check in the chat room, see if there's anything. Questions or anything? Yeah, right now it's like 11 o'clock right now, Eastern time. So, not to go into things. Okay, mostly be a conscious channeling. I don't think I have enough energy to do anymore. For many other channeling. So, as for, I'm off day. Not right. Right now I am because it's kind of late. As for the angels, let's see what comes through. There are archangels, and there's obviously there's angelic worlds. From what I was picking up on angelic worlds, is that they get like images of us. For example, of how to help us. So they go through, I believe, spiritual training. They don't always know everything. Some people want to be real decent with angels, which is good. But remember, a lot of us are holding angels, which is fine, holding at a high demeanor. It's fun, but they're not perfect. Might seem like they are, but I believe the more personable you get with them, the more closer they'll get with you. Like, oh, they're the angels, and you can't really talk to them. You can talk to them anytime you want. Not necessarily all. We have the archangels, but also you can talk to your guardian angels, um, which does not happen very often. Um, but they have trained. Let's see. We'll have the guardian angels be more clear about this. Um, they do go through training on the other side. They do have angelic worlds. They do have scenarios that it's like an army in some ways, like army training, but sort of angelics, they do test themselves, and this is a test for them also. Also, many angels do get revoked from this world also because they get a little bit too attached to humans, where the human is becoming very the angels' intentions are going to the human, and the human feels like they're living the life of their angel. You'd be surprised. This is not something that's brought up very often. You'd be surprised. Not something that happens a lot, but it does happen. It happens with guides also. You go shopping, you don't know why. You're maybe dating a person, you're not sure why. It has lots to do with influence from another entity. Not necessarily negative. Now, with the angels, now it's a little bit different. Like I had a guy that did that, but also with the angels, I don't believe the angels are doing it intentionally. What happens is that you connect to them, you remember them from another lifetime, and you almost pull in their vibration a little bit too much. It happens. You pull in their healing, but also you might pull in a little bit too much. Also, do see angels do fall in love with people. Also, that does happen. Also, so it's something new I'm learning actually. Uh, and this can be go. I mean, basically, angels have feelings, of course. They're not perfect. A lot of us have aspects as angels right now, also. And to just feel that they are our friends is easier for them to connect with us. I don't believe many connect their can't their I don't connect to mine very much. Or my guardian angels very much. We usually connect to Archangel Michael, and and that's great. But the guardian angels are around you 24 hours. I believe that's what they call themselves, the guardian angels. And they have to get lower to our density to connect with us, and it can be overwhelming sometimes even for them. For the most part, I believe they can handle it. They keep us from car accidents. They keep us walking down roads we shouldn't be walking, alleyways we shouldn't be walking through. But of course, there are times when we have to go through a test. But they know, like when you have to go through a test, they step back and they know exactly there. It's like they're given their marching orders. I believe through the higher source. It's like you gotta let them learn. You have to go through this, and they step back and they, for the most part, do not interfere. But they're there to guide you. You can give them any name that you feel comfortable with, but see them as a friend. As I said, many aren't really because your guardian angels are really what's keeping you out of a lot of stuff that can happen. Of course, help your intuition, help you with the luck, help you get on that luck. Some people do are very hard on themselves for many of various reasons, especially with the relationships. Like why I feel like I'm a victim. Why did this happen to me? Why did I fall for that? And your guardian angels, I believe, can come through to even give you a message on that. How many people actually connect to your guardian angel to get a message to get a healing from that incident? Uh, One thing I'm also receiving is like if you get an attack from a negative reptilian, you can use your guardian angels to release a lot of that negativity. Such as like I have a negative boss and things like are not good over there at times, and it has its toxic moments. I can use my guardian angels to release a lot of that negativity to at least shield myself from that type of negativity coming from the Bruce Almighty over there. Just gives you just for example, because usually what happens is like you might have a boss or manager and they're lashing out on everybody because they're just not life isn't going as like they'd like it to. businesses is going as like they like it too, etc. So they take it on somebody else in other ways, but you can also heal yourself. And your archangels can be named as whatever you'd like to name them. Doesn't have to be a holy name. It can be Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, or whatever it is. It can be male, female. There are female archangels. I believe I have two archangels. I'm sorry, guardian angels. Sorry, guardian angels. Two guardian angels, and one is male, one's female. I think I have three or four actually. They're not as to be surprised. Two of them are like on the ground, and two of them are in the up above, which is interesting. Oh, for information to be gathered, for me to receive information. Michael is close, also, of course, because of all the beings that are coming through me and all that. I need all the help I can get, basically. But I believe everyone's connected to some kind of archangel. Of course, it might be names that you never heard of, which is fine. But getting personal with your guardian angels, I keep wanting to say archangels because that's usually what I connect with. But the guardian angels are you can get very in your meditation, ask your guardian angels to us. You might feel like they're like very human because sometimes we feel. I mean, you feel a lot of positive energy around them, but you feel a lot of human stuff because they have our emotions also. They're learning from us, and of course, along our guides also. You might be able to connect more with your guardian angels than your own guides. It's just I don't know if it's set up that way. It's just I'm not giving a full indication of that, but either way. But definitely connecting to your guardian angels will help you in your awakening process and to clear a lot of negativity, of course. Because it is going to get bumpy for those that are wishing to make a difference. And sometimes the direction gets kind of cloudy because you're being tested so heavily. Let's see here. All right, one moment. I am Samuel. Know that you are light. Know that your soul can travel anywhere you like. There are dark entities around you there to teach you, but it's also for you to teach them. Like they cannot interfere with your light. That you are stronger than they are. Many are wishing to teach you lessons and to bring you down to their level. It is for you to take hold of yourself and empower you. What makes you happy? What makes happiness? What brings sadness? Run away. Sadness is actually a healing. Crying is so healing. It is not vulnerability, it is that you are ready to release negativity. Release sadness that's been around you for such a long time. Many have not released their childhood sadness. And the entities around know that. The entities around know your weaknesses and they prey on them. It is for you to release those entities and look beyond what is happening here. Many of the humans here are, yes, blinded by their own ego and consciousness, but not aware of the spiritual energies that are here to bring assistance. Letting go of the old ways is very difficult. Many feel like they have lived the same thing over and over again because they have. Many are unwilling to leave that cycle also because it brings them money and some kind of joy. Manufactured joy that's been done by your corporations because they think they know you well. And many fall for these manipulations. The more that you know yourself, the more you can break away. Many are unwilling to do that at this time. They don't know how. They're still third density human, not ready to see themselves open the chambers of themselves. Many might see themselves as a reptilian, Assyrian, Illyrian, and many are not prepared to see that. But those of you who are also realize your messages, your feelings are being heard. You might see a guardian angel with a sword or a shield. That's only because you wish to see that, but we are bringing assistance on a daily basis to keep you away from harming yourself and others. Some do disconnect from us, as you see with your ISIS. Many disconnect from their archangels, but many actually go into the archangel energy after they cause great negativity to those others. Ask for assistance to cross over to the other side. You'd be surprised how often that happens. We live through poetry, through words, through music. We live through all forms of communication. Some of your words are our words because we know healing words are very precious here. And a single word can do so much. It can bring much light, it can also bring much dark. The dark words are normally from your manipulations. That's around. As you see, are so many involved in negativity, is because the dark entities have ruled you well. It is up to you to release of these dark entities because they're always around you. They're constantly testing you. They're draining your energies. They go into your mind to see where they can weaken you. They have their ways, they have mind power. When you have a negative thought, where do you think it comes from? It's for you to clear this, but yes, you're always on a war. But it's for you to release all of this. You'd be surprised. We will see. Ask your guardian angels to bring assistance. Bring us closer, that is fine. Well, many of us have been around since your childhood. Many usually get 2 or 3 more guardian angels around your teenage years as you develop. But don't worry, we're all filled in. As for the angelic worlds, you are living in an angelic world. You've just forgotten your angelic selves. This is school for us, not just you. We do go to more intense worlds after we leave this one, yes. Some of us only go to a certain amount of time here. We've learned what we need to learn, and we move on to other realities that need our assistance as others come in to fill in the space. There's much more to be said, but that is enough at this time. Take care and be love yourself. Thank you. Well, honestly, I didn't think I was going to connect to the guardian angels, so this sort of came through. As for subject matter, awesome. As for let's see here. Yes, life on the other side, of course, is not always picture perfect. As there can be places of drama, of course, it's a high energy, but also deciding what to do with souls that cross over that have difficulties. There's always much discussion. There's always ideas being crossed around. Yes, the other side is very frustrated with many of us at this time because we're not connecting to our higher selves. We're not bringing more positivity. Many are connecting to the negativity. It's just easier that way. We've been taught to be negative, so it's easier to connect to negative. So it's uh, of course, also, when you're in a transitional phase where you're letting go of the old and going into the new, and sometimes it's not an easy transition. You might see a lot of negativity as you leave the old. Is It depends, not necessarily from you, but just the environment as you transition. Transition is like some people get fired, things like that. But it's not necessarily bad. Doesn't mean you have to absorb it. It's just that it's indications to move on, basically. Uh, oh yeah, I forgot. I did see a comment about being kicked out of a universe. I know it's kind of like going into it. Yeah, I think you can. I think you get kicked out of worlds. You can kick you out of anything. Yep, I think you kicked out of heaven. hmm I think so. It's anything's possible. Um, I also picked up uh, on, let's see, what was this? Right, rainbow type of vortexes, rainbow healings. Only reasons that the rainbow energies is from Agartha. Here we kind of well, it has to do with love, I believe. But rainbow energies here have a lot. They do have a lot of effect. You can change the colors of the rainbow also as you do healing. Like a guitar, like you're playing different notes of a guitar. You know, say it's normally the standard rainbow colors. Imagine them change as you're doing a healing. You'd be surprised you can do that on yourself, or if you're doing healing for somebody. Imagine you can feel a shift, and it's like clearing out a blockage that cannot be cleared. So whatever comes to mind as for like what you visualize, you'd be surprised what happened. I just got that today. It's interesting. There was something else to that, but I forgot what it was. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Let's see here. As for the elephant energies, that will come through most likely tomorrow, from what I'm seeing. Uh, as for the angelic realms, let's see here. Yeah, you might see like visions of yourself there, like older versions of yourself, uh, and different versions of yourself on the other side. It does seem like that's something new. You're always creating the other versions of yourself. Maybe it be reptilian, maybe it be whatever it might be. Also, I'm seeing, I believe people have already connected with this. Like, you might see like an angel feline or angel reptilian, but the reptilians are most popular. It's all different types of animal you can see as an angel. Some people just connect to certain things. We're all different. And connecting just to the same old, no, I don't want to say that, but same old archangels, like, there's got to be much more to it than that. I believe all that will come through also eventually. It all depends on what people are ready to connect with. Right now, it might seem all crazy right now, but not really. A lot of spiritual communities, that's for sure, put a wall up to as far as they want to go, so they can connect to aliens and you know drugged up angels. Like that's a little bit much, especially like Lucifer. It's like that might be a little bit much for us, but not always. It all depends. Um, let's see here. I told you to go into politics a little bit. It's this FBI thing that's going on. Not to worry about. It's no big deal. It's just a bunch of babies basically crying. Um, it's unfortunate that nobody gets along in I want to say Hollywood, but I guess it's the same thing. uh, Washington, another version of Hollywood. It's a shame that people aren't getting along. It's too bad. Um, it's just is, and I believe Russia is getting framed for a lot. It's just yeah, the United States does a lot of stuff it shouldn't be doing. Well, of course, it's not always the United States that's doing it; it's the shadow energies. But either way, they have to create a villain. I believe they're working on a villain, not just ISIS. It does seem like they're working on. I don't think it's going to be all that. I don't think they're always working on a boogeyman like Bin Laden. I don't think they're going to be that successful. I think they're trying, but it's not working out too well. I just don't think anything's going to come out of that whole FBI thing that's going on right now. Just in case anybody's wondering, climate thing, what's going on with Paris. I think that's just not real. It's just politics, meaning it's just it's another way to divide everybody. So I don't think just because they call it climate, they're helping the climate doesn't mean they're really doing it. I don't think they are. Somewhat, maybe, or what about human climate? What about human negativity? What about those storms? What about toxic environments like work? What about those climates? They ever talk about that? Nope. Well, yeah, I started talking about those things instead of talking about the nature. What about human nature? What about that instead? Yeah, and they put that on the ballot. Maybe that would make a human involvement with that. Maybe they should. It's just, what about all that crap? What about, you know, child molestation, stuff like that? What about the human climate here? That clear a lot of that stuff up. So, I mean, HARP is used to, like the HARP technologies. You look it up, causing weather changes. Well, it's not just causing the weather change, it's changing us too. But we can fix that if we just, you know, get along more. So that's when that's going to happen. Well, you never know. Uh, it seems like the divide seems to be the big thing right now. Always been. I do see it changing. As for when, it's another story. Let's see here. What else we got? Politics will always be politics. They can right a lot of wrongs, but they choose not to. The reason the politics is brought up because it gets a lot of attention. Getting a lot of attention also can heal many. It's like you'd be surprised a spiritual awakening can happen there and spread out. Go where the cancer is, heal the cancer. You notice you heal the cancer, it spreads. So, yeah, that's true. Politics is cancer. That's for sure. One way of looking at it, but uh, there's a whole lot of positivity that comes through that. Not at all. Another thing I got. This is interesting. Like, you notice how movies are remaking the old ones? No, no, this is just a thought, or it was downloaded. Uh, Notice how they're remaking everything. It's like, of course, a lot of it's not successful, but in a lot of ways, it's like it's putting us backwards. Remember back when you guys were not. Remember back what you used to be. Not to say we haven't changed all that much, because it also does seem like a lot what's going on in the arts can be an awakening device. Because I believe they're running out of a lot of stuff. At least there's always something to tell, but they can tell of other supernatural things that they don't talk about, such as things like this, aliens and such. Uh, it does seem like we are being programmed to go backwards. It's like instead of going forward. Let's put it that way. Not to say they're going to make a bunch of alien movies about what's really going on. You never know. In the future, yes. Right now, you never know. It does seem like we're going in that direction, but it might be a while for that. Might not even be my lifetime. It might be when I'm like 90, if I make it that long. Uh, but it does seem like there are putting us backwards. Even if we don't pay attention to any of it, they're still doing it. It's just to keep our. It's like putting the sheets over us. It's like, of course, a lot of people aren't fully evolving, as you can tell by the environment, but that does not mean they can't evolve. So it doesn't mean they won't. Yeah, those that are, you know, asleep are very wise, and even in their sleep state, are assisting the ascension, even if they don't even want to wake up. I know it sounds kind of weird, but yeah, the truth is a little bit heavy, especially when you think everything that you're picking up is real, and you think your imagination is far from it. It does seem like the reptilians are letting go of this world. Ever they're having trouble letting go of this world. It's like an emotional relationship. It's not just reptilians or other beings that are causing our little scuffle here, but it seems like mostly the reptilians are having an issue, any of their manipulations. Because I do see them letting up here and there, certain places that are allowed to. Um, it does seem like many alliances have made progress. But as for it's like the darkness, the storm has left, and now we got to rebuild. We're kind of like in the rebuilding phase. I mean, it's gonna be a while to rebuild this place, but it's like the storm's been around for a long time, since the ancient times. And so once the storm finally clears, we're all screwed up from it. We're all just programmed by it, the mentality, and like school teaches all the kids the same way when it should be more individually taught. Good luck on that right now, but not to say it can't happen in the future. It's a different way, like going to Netflix for entertainment, which is nothing wrong with that, but realize a lot of entertainment with you that has not been connected with. So when there's nothing wrong with enjoying other people's entertainment, not at all. But what about your own entertainment that comes from your experiences, what you've created? Everybody's a creator, everybody's an innovator. You might have forgot all about that. Some get have other that's fine. But I believe all that lives within everyone. That doesn't mean you have to utilize it, but some do. Um, Other than that, it's been a long night. I started up a little bit late, so just leave it at that. So, blessings, everyone. Hopefully, this is entertaining and educational. It's a little bit shorter than I like to go, but I gotta get out of here. So, all right, blessings. Take care. Uh, Happy connections. If there's anything else, I'll bring it up tomorrow. I'll probably give myself a break. Of course, I'm doing a webinar tomorrow. Don't forget about that new uh, membership system. That's the new one. The other one's going to be working fine, but if you don't like it, doesn't work well, you can always go to the new one. This is the newer. Anyway, this is like part 3. It's my third incarnation of this. This one will work fine. The support is like instant support, so that's good. The other one, I'm still waiting if he ever gets back to me at all. So it's all right. Okay, blessings all. Take care. Have a great day.